You're watching Pepp's Funny World. Hello, I'm Pepp, and welcome along to my funny world. Over the course of this series, I'll be bringing you a selection of entertainers, big screen giggles, sketch shows that make me either smile, giggle, or sometimes laugh out loud that I practically wet myself. This week it's all about the sitcoms. My first sitcom takes us to the year of 1968. Martin Luther King Jr. was sadly assassinated. On December the 21st, Apollo 8 was launched by NASA, and in that year the Fab Four, the Beatles, released their experimental album, The White Album. But it was on the 31st of July 1968 on BBC One that British comedy had its finest half hour.
Right, what you like, you're not going to win this war.
Oh, yes, we are.
Oh, no, you're not.
Oh, yes, we are. Whistle while you work. Hitler is at work. He's half army, so's his army. Whistle while you... Your name will also go on the list. What is it?
Don't tell him, Pike.
Pike.
Dad's Army was a British situational comedy about the United Kingdom's Home Guard during the Second World War. The series was written by one of comedy's greatest partnerships, Jimmy Perry and David Croft. It originally broadcast on the 31st of July 1968 to the 13th of November 1977 and consisted of 9 series and 80 episodes. The show is set in the fictional seaside town of Warmingham-on-Sea on the south coast of England. The humour of the series ranges from subtle, essentially class-reverse relationship between grammar school-educated Mannering, the local bank manager, and public school-educated Wilson, his deputy at the bank, to slapstick, the antics of the elderly Corporal Jones being a prime example. The main characters of Dad's Army are Arthur Lowe as Captain George Napoleon Mainwaring, Mannering, John Le Mesurier as Sergeant Arthur Wilson, Lance Corporal Don't Panic Jones, played by Clive Dunn, Shakespearean actor John Laurie as Private James We're Doomed Captain Marines Fraser, James Beck, who sadly passed away during the making of the series, as Private Joe Spiv Walker, playwright Arnold Ridley as Private Do Be Excused Godfrey, and Ian Lavender as You Stupid Boy, Private Frank Pike. Dad's Army remains a firm favourite with many comedy fans and is my number one situational comedy.
Stupid boy. Stupid boy.
Dad's Army holds the number one spot for my favourite situational comedy because it's a gentle comedy that's just about a bunch of old men having a bit of fun, being a little bit silly and finding themselves in ridiculous situations each episode. My favourite episodes consist of Asleep in the Deep, Things That Go Bump Into the Night, and The Royal Train. For many years I built up the Dad's Army, the complete DVD collection, which featured an accompanying magazine which detailed information, trivial facts about behind the scenes making, as well as facts about the actors involved within the series. My most treasured Dad's Army item is the complete collection book. This featured all 9 series and 80 episode scripts, from each episode detailing the members of the cast, as well as a few trivial facts about the writing of the series. My next favourite sitcom comes from the end of the Cold War. Arsenal were crowned champions of the Football League. We sadly lost rock legend Freddie Mercury on the 24th of November. And late night on the telebox on BBC Two, 2 crude, unemployed, perverted flatmates made a bang with their new sitcom.
Drinking an innings? Why, I'll tear you limb from limb!
No, but you have, though, haven't you?
Yeah.
Bottom was a British sitcom created by Rick Mayall and Adrian Edmondson that ran for 3 series on BBC Two from 1991 to 1995. It focuses on Richie Richard, played by Rick Mayall, and Edward Elizabeth Eddie Hitler, Adrian Edmondson, 2 flatmates living in Hammersmith, London, who aspire to better themselves. Throughout the 1980s, Rick Mayall and Ade Edmondson featured as comedy double act, rather outrageous and crude double act, the Dangerous Brothers, as well as featuring in popular sitcom The Young Ones and Filthy Rich and Cat Flap. The BBC expressed concerns about a new feature in the pair and whether it could be sustainable itself featuring just 2 characters. Rick Mell and Ada Edmondson stuck to their guns and reminded the BBC about the success of Tony Hancock and Sid James.
And contact.
In the studio.
Bottom features in my top 5 of my favourite situational comedies. For me, it's a comedy series that really breaks the mould of what traditional comedy could be, really playing with the audience, particularly with the stage shows, and hamming it up all the time, really featuring some crude language, some slapstick and some dark humour along the way. My favourite episode of the series is Hole, where both Richie and Eddie get themselves stuck on the biggest Ferris wheel in the world.
You dare call me overweight, young man? Splice my sausages!
Oh, lummy!
Christmas pudding!
Blood and stomach pills!
If you've enjoyed this episode of Pepp's Funny World, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe to spread the silliness. Next time on Pepp's Funny World.